everyone, and welcome back to Nightwind Archer. Thank you so much for joining me in this adventure. What is with the music? That was weird. That got intense for no reason at all. Anyway, here I am in Kalkstein's house. What I think I would like to do is, if we look at our journal here and we look at a mysterious tower, I promised Kalkstein that I would get more information about the Mage's Tower in the swamp. Two books are of particular importance, Ain Soph Aur and The Secret Gates. Very old publications as they are, they might be difficult to find. The dwarf had The Secret Gates, and I'll have to look for the other one among some old people interested in history. Okay, so I need two books for Kalkstein. He said the dwarf had The Secret Gates. Well, which dwarf? There's Zoltan Shive, there's the antiquarian, there's the dwarf that sells the armor. I'm not sure which dwarf, but since it is related to lore books, I think the antiquarian might be a good dwarf to check out, but I think I would like to rest because it's nighttime and it's scary. We can see the little red slashes on the moon. That means scary stuff, and I should try and wait until daytime if I can because, well, it's probably not scary for Geralt. He's a hardened witcher. But I'd like to avoid a lot of confrontation if I can. There we are. We've got the nice muddy ground here. It's actually, is it muddy? Yeah, I think it is muddy. I think it's intended to look muddy. But anyway, let's go ahead and go to that antiquarian and see if he knows anything, because he's a dwarf and he's all about lore. He has the lore books. I had an entire lore episode a few episodes ago, if you remember. And I just read a ton of lore right here outside the hospital. I am actually recording this episode before that episode has released to the public. So, I don't even know if that episode is well received yet. We'll see. Okay, so the antiquarian, here he is.
What do you want?
What do you want? All right, I'm looking for a, oh yeah, okay. I don't have to voice it. Geralt will do that for me.
I'm looking for a book on the Swamp Tower.
All right, yeah. A passage in Alvaro's The Secret Gates focuses on magic towers.
This particular tower?
Yeah, he describes its history too.
Oh, wow.
I'll take it.
Sadly, I don't have it. I've been trying for years to acquire the volume from Golan Vivaldi, but he is a stubborn dwarf. You try. Perhaps he'll sell it to you.
Know anything else?
I just remembered another book about the tower.
I'm listening.
Ain Soph Aur.
Right.
An alchemy treatise by gnomes. Difficult to find, but a certain hermit in the swamp might know something.
Thanks for the advice.
A hermit in the swamp. Okay, that, I was about to say, I was like, that should give me a journal update at least. So if we look here, a mysterious tower, the dwarven antiquarian hinted at where I might find the books I need. Golan Vivaldi owns the Secret Gates, and he might also have a he might? I thought he said it was the guy in the swamps. Well, I guess let's go ahead and go to Golan Vivaldi, which would be on the, where would Vivaldi? Yes, right over here. So let's go ahead and see Golan, which I have not met in this playthrough at all yet. So we'll see what talking to him. In fact, I've never met him at all, ever. Even in my previous save that I'd messed up a year ago. So that's Kalkstein's house, wrong house. To Vivaldi. Okay, this is my first time meeting him. Okay, so we've got an old shelf over here on the left. I'll take the mutton leg. I don't know why you would keep that. Well, I guess kind of makes sense to keep it in the cupboards, but I don't know if they have refrigeration.
Mad.
Yeah, everybody has gone mad. I agree with you there. All right, Golan, we got some talking to do.
What do you want?
Greetings, dwarf.
Racial segregation with the first words uttered.
What do you want me to call you?
What?
Bah, you're like everyone else. Like the whole accursed city. Vizima humans get everything, we get naught.
I neither live in Vizima, nor am I human.
What then?
A witcher. A mutant.
Oh, in that case, sorry. I'm Golan Vivaldi. My cousin, Vimy Vivaldi, once met a witcher. A debt collector, apparently.
I'm Geralt, and I'm no debt collector.
What brings you here?
Well, I'm not a debt collector, but I do collect debts when, if I do a job for you, then I expect to get paid. But that's about it. Yes, I'm going to first ask about the books.
Do you have a copy of The Secret Gates?
I do, but I'm unwilling to part with it.
I insist. Just give me a price.
So be it.
Okay, how much is it? Oh, he has both books. They are expensive, but you know what? I'm going to buy both. A book by Rancent Alvaro, which tells the story of the mage from the tower in the swamp. Oh, this is going to be some juicy lore. Oh, by the way, I'm getting really low here on my inventory. So I'll buy both of these books. And Ain Soph Aur, a mystic treatise by an unknown author devoted to the 10 Sephirat. Is that what these things are called? Sephira? Is that the same thing as what this says? Written long before humans colonized the world. Wow. It was reclaimed with great effort and translated faithfully from Gnomish. That's insane. Okay, good. I'm glad these go into my... doesn't go in my inventory. It goes in my quest items. Okay. So let's back out here. Well, did I get a journal update? I should have. I should read Ain Soph Aur carefully. Yes, and The Secret Gates. I'm going to read both of them carefully. But before I do that, I want to talk to him a little bit more.
What brings you here?
I'm looking for the leader of a certain organization.
You suspect me because I'm a dwarf?
Sorry I suspected you. I know you've lost control of your bank.
Kind to be so frank with a dwarf.
Anytime.
I have information about Javid that might be useful.
Oh.
Even the smallest details sometimes are.
I saw his name in old files. He paid tuition at the sorcerer school in Barnard. He was expelled after taking an interest in dark magic. He stopped paying tuition, and that was the last trace of him in our system. You're dealing with a renegade, and a dangerous one at that.
Oh, okay. Azar Javed. So he went to school. Interesting. And I gained a level. Heck yeah, I'm down to gain a level. Let's do that. But let's look at this update here. New quest, What Lies Beneath. Okay. Let's see. Leads. This is for the What Lies Beneath. This investigation is not as straightforward as Raymond might wish. Apparently not all the suspects are guilty. I reckon I should search for leads on my own. What, so I don't need to do any more leads with anybody else? Let's see, characters, let me just look. Okay, Azar Javed. Now I have this update down here. My adversary is a renegade mage. This means that for some reason he was expelled from the wizard's circle. Well, what do you mean for some reason? I thought it was because he stopped paying tuition. In the past, renegade mages performed the Witcher's mutations. Oh, really? That's interesting. So I wonder if he has experience with Witcher mutations and why he might also want the Witcher mutagens that he stole at the beginning of the game. Interesting. Also, there's an update to Kalkstein. He has dealings with Vizima's criminal underworld, strange company for an alchemist to keep. Indeed. Locations, Shawnee's home. Oh, this is from, I think, last episode. I never read this. It's easy to find Shawnee's home as it's located by a statue of the Rod of Aesculapius. The building is owned by an old lady with a difficult personality. No kidding. One has to curry favor with her to get inside. Yeah, she was the worst NPC in all of gaming. Okay, there's no other updates as far as I understand to anything, but I just want to check to be sure because I love my lore and tutorials. I'm not going to read that. Okay, well, Still got tons of quests, but, you know, we're gonna make slow progress. And there's one other thing I wanted to tell him.
What brings you here?
This right here.
I hope you recover your assets.
That bank has belonged to my family for ages, and now some human. You call this justice?
No, I don't call it justice. All right, goodbye. Okay, now's time for the good juicy part. Let's do the fun part. Nope, not the journal, the inventory. Let's open this up. All right, so I'm gonna look at The Secret Gates first. It's a book by Ramsmeat Alvaro, which tells the story of the mage from the tower in the swamp. I gotta tell you guys, I am so freaking hyped for this tower. I hope it's not like a letdown or anything, or like a, what's the word? I hope it's not anticlimactic, but I am so hyped for this tower. I just want to go outside. I'm tired of being in the city. Anyway, The Secret Gates. Old men say that long, long ago, a mage lived in the swamp. Ooh, we're already starting with the mysterious little mage here in the swamp. He spent his days and nights poring over his books and pipettes. They say he was seeking the stone that turns lead into gold and springs water into moonshine. Okay, so some creation magic there. In other words, a stone that sublimates all matter. Okay, so he's looking for a magical stone. The gods were not pleased because in his pride he would reach where no mortal should. Thus, one night, a terrible storm struck the mage's tower down. However, he built a new one, cast spells to tame the storm. This tower stood until another dark night. The earth itself moved and toppled it. Yet he built a new one, now this is the third tower, and cast spells to bind the earth itself, and so neither heaven nor earth could harm the mage. Then one day he disappeared. Some say he took on an apprentice and this brought him to his doom. Others claim a woman was his undoing. Yet others that his own creations turned against the mage. In any case, the tower stands locked and guards its secrets. And what lurks inside, nobody knows. Ooh, creepy. So basically he built a tower that is magically sealed from the heaven and earth that cannot be destroyed because the gods apparently tried to destroy him for the magic he was doing. So this is very like taboo magic that the gods do not want you to know. Or have access to, because you can, if you can manipulate to have as much gold as you want, you know. What did it say? Water. It said it turns. What was it called? It turns lead into gold and water into moonshine. So as much gold and moonshine as you want, I guess, which are the most valuable things I think in the universe. To just cheat life like that, cheat code on life. I think the gods were like, nah, you gotta suffer. So that's very interesting. This book adds a location entry to the journal. Okay, so let's open that location entry. It should be... Oh, I did get an update here. I got acquainted with the history of the tower in the swamp. That knowledge combined with information taken from Ain Soph Aur should satisfy Kalkstein. But let's look at the location here. The Mage's Tower. Ooh, Secret Mage's Tower. I can't wait to discover what this tower is all about. All right, The Secret Gates recounts the story of the mage who built the tower in the swamp. To erect the buildings on marshland, the sorcerer had to tame the elements of earth and protect the tower with spells. While delving into the secrets of magic, the sorcerer trifled with the forces of nature. The mage was betrayed by his beloved. A magical cataclysm ensued and catastrophe struck. Okay, so just really quick, this journal entry says it knows for sure what happened to the mage, and it was his beloved. That's interesting because in the book that I just read, it said it didn't know. It said it could have been a past lover, it could have been his own creation, it could have been any number of things, but here it's saying it definitely was his beloved that betrayed him. Then the mage perished and all his works were sealed in the tower. Interesting. So something about his past lover betrayed him somehow, but it still doesn't explain how he disappeared. It says a magical cataclysm ensued and catastrophe struck. That's pretty generic. I don't really know what a magical cataclysm is. So let's read the next book. We've already read The Secret Gates. Let's read this one, and let's see what the olden dwarves, the gnomes, I believe. Let's see what the gnomes knew that maybe this guy was looking for. And remember, this was written before humans populated the Earth, so this is probably the oldest text I've ever read. 10 worldly elements, 10 cornerstones, all emerged from these 10. Okay, so everything emerged from the 10 stones. Seeker, lift your eyes and search your past, and you shall find. Seeker. Who's the seeker? He who knows your course holds wisdom and will share it when asked. He who knows your course. I'm trying to decipher what this means. I don't really understand it yet. Another has gained uncountable riches, yet has compassion in his heart. Okay, this is like a riddle. Your heart, in turn, does not harbor love, but it is with one who knows mercy, one able to love. Okay, I'm already confused. Once blind, now plunge into your mind, your memory. Dark and dangerous is the path from enslavement to the promised kingdom. Okay, a goddess thrice over, virgin, mother, old woman. Okay, I know what that is. That's Militile. 3 faces, 3 graces, understanding, power, and glory. Achievable through sacrifice and prayer. The foundation lies in the deep. Be not tempted by the errant fires. Defeat death and you will be rewarded. Victory is gained only by fighting its century. Defeat death and you will be rewarded. Victory is gained only by fighting its century. He who leads through labyrinthine mysteries will offer you the crown of consciousness. This is what is going on. At your path's end, awareness will be yours. You will comprehend. What is locked will open before you. The 10 names are wisdom, Chokmah, understanding, Vinah, love, Kezeth, compassion, Tipperath, power, Geverath, victory, Netzah, glory, Oth, foundation, Yesath, kingdom, Malkad, crown, Kethaar. What the heck? So these are the 10 names. Basically, it's wisdom, understanding, love, compassion, power, victory, glory, kingdom, and crown. Okay, this adds another location entry to the Mage's Tower again. So if we open the journal, I'm hoping that also I got an update to the journal. I retrieved the books Kalkstein asked for. Sharing new information with him can pay off. Okay, good. But let's look at that location again because there should be an update. Okay, so now I've got this one down here. Hopefully this can decipher what I just read. Ain Soph Aur is a tome that details in a very tangled manner where to look for the Sephiroth, stones which will open the tower in the swamp. Oh, it's all coming together now. It's all coming together now. I understand it. All of a sudden I understand it. Before I even read the rest of that journal entry, I now understand what these are. This is majesty and glory. These are the stones that I need. And I found 4 of them already. I think I found a few of them by giving a donation to the Militile. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so let me go back. All of a sudden, I'm unlocking the understanding. I get it now. All I need to do was read that very first sentence, and I already get it. Stones which will open the tower in the swamp. Okay, the first stone is with a wise person. The second will come with freedom. The third stone is in the possession of someone wealthy, while a merciful person has the fourth. 3 other stones are guarded by a girl, a mother, and an old hag, and they can be obtained through sacrifice and prayer. Okay, that one I have. The 8th is hidden underground in the swamp and guarded by death. The 9th must be obtained by fighting its guardian, while the 10th and final will be a reward for the tenaciously seeking the truth. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I have found 4 of them. I haven't found all of them, I suppose, but this is all starting to click. That's interesting. Okay. Now I'm understanding what those things were for. At first, I was like, what the heck are these things? But now their magical power is starting to be unlocked and known to me. Okay, so that's that. Very interesting. One thing I want to do really quick, if we go to the quests, is we have Memory of a Blade. I do want to track this quest, and if we look at what it says, Shawnee told me that Cohen, a witcher I used to know, he died in the Battle of Brenna. As for the sword itself, I should talk to Zoltan, and he knows about things like that. So let's go ahead and talk to Zoltan. Oh, there he is. I've been looking all over for Zoltan. I finally found him, so let's talk to him.
Yes?
Aha.
What do you know about my silver sword?
What, me? A simple dwarf?
Shawnee insisted your knowledge of weapons is unequaled.
All right. Silver-plated blade, a steel core, suited to a two-handed grip. Decent workmanship, not perfect. I don't know runes for shit.
Thanks.
No problem.
Okay, so he just... okay, I received an earth rune and completed Memory of a Blade. So if we look at our journal here, let's take that off to show only the active ones, and we have some updates that I never read because they got hidden as soon as I completed them right here. So Zoltan gave me a silver sword, Zoltan gave my silver sword a professional appraisal. He says it is of the absolute prime quality. It's good to have a true Witcher sword with a history at hand. Okay, well, there you go. That is now complete, and I was also given a thing. I was given a weapon upgrade, so plus 10% plus 10% damage and knockdown effect. That's pretty intense. I need to put some of my stuff away. Okay, so I rested at the fireplace. One of the next things that I would like to do is I would like to talk to Ramsmeat. I have to speak to Ramsmeat about his dealings with Azar Javed. So, let's go ahead and talk to him and see what it is we can find out. Okay, let's talk to Ramsmeat, and I want to confront him about this
What do you want, Wolf?
Salamandra thing.
Ever seen the Salamandra sign?
I've seen a lot. Have a problem with that?
Best tell me all you know. The name Azar mean anything?
I have a rule. Before I slit someone's throat, I give them some advice. Never threaten me. Make sure you remember that. I mean, image is everything, right?
I need to talk to you about Salamandra.
Yeah.
Quickly.
When I ask about Salamandra, your henchmen get shifty.
They're like me. We don't like Salamandra.
I don't know if I believe that.
I see. Settling scores in the underworld.
Anything else?
Why did you contact Witcher Berengar?
What's it to you?
He was my brother.
Take a good look. Do I seem like a whore to you?
Actually,
No one talks to me like that in my house. Get out.
your people attacked me at the hospital.
You cracked? I sent them there to bring back one of ours.
Let's say I believe you. I'm short on proof, so let's say I leave you alone for now.
Thanks a lot. But you'll allow me not to fall at your feet. If you do happen to find Javed, I'll be glad to hear about it. And if you find any of his underlings, I wouldn't mind having a chat with them, too. What do you want?
I need to talk
Quickly.
When I ask about something,
They'll...
and I'm a priestess of Melitelli.
You're either very brave or very foolish to accuse me.
Neither, Ramsmeat.
You should have asked my men why they get nervous. Now shove off.
Why did you contact Witch?
What's it to you?
He was my...
Take a...
I'm gonna click no this time.
No.
So why you trying to fuck me? Again, what's it to you?
He was a friend. I suspect Salamandra had something to do with his disappearance.
You choose your friends poorly. Berengar schemed with Salamandra, and that's why we had our eye on him. As they say, keep your friends close, and your enemies closer. He disappeared in the swamp. Kalkstein hired one of my boys to find him. Then he disappeared. That's all. Now get lost.
Your people attacked me at the hospital.
You cracked?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just click this and see what he says.
Why don't I believe you?
I don't give a rat's ass.
In that case, let's call it a misunderstanding. Sorry about your boys.
Pity. Life's a bitch, then you die. Now, if you'll shove off, I got some deals to tend to.
I'm short on proof.
Thanks a lot. But you'll allow me not to fall. And if you find any of...
Yeah, okay. So that's interesting. So it seems like maybe he's... Let's go back to the... So Berengar... It says, I found out that Berengar had dealings with Salamandra. I don't know whether he was their associate or their enemy. I would hope that he's their enemy. What other... Okay, so Kalkstein... The alchemist sometimes uses the services of the Witchers, and Berengar used to work for him as well, so we have that. What else do we have here? Ramsmeat. Right. Ramsmeat sent his people to St. Libiota's hospital. His bandits attacked me when I tried to interrogate the prisoner being kept there. So they attacked me out of a misunderstanding because they thought I was a threat to their person. What else? It says I dragged Shani into the business with Salamandra, and although the girl was in danger, it all ended well. Shani finished what she had to do in the outskirts and returned to Vizima, to her house in the temple quarter. Okay, there wasn't really much there. In terms of locations, there's not much. In terms of the quests, it says, I decided to give Ramsmeat the benefit of the doubt for now. If he is guilty, evidence should surface soon enough. For information on Ramsmeat, go to the character yes. I'll reopen the case if I find new evidence. Okay, so that's about it for Ramsmeat. I did get some evidence, but, well, I didn't get enough evidence, actually, to see that he's actually one of the bad guys, but I'm actually starting to think maybe he's innocent. I don't know if that's something that's true or not. I'm really not sure if I should believe that. So apparently Ramsmeat actually attacked me, or well, his thugs attacked me because they thought I was in leagues with Salamandra, because Berengar was also working with Salamandra, so they assumed that this other Witcher, being me, was also working with Salamandra. But that's not the case. So it turns out we're actually maybe on the same side here. All right, well, I think that'll do it for this episode. We spoke to Ramsmeat, and we found out as much as we could. It turns out that Ramsmeat might not be actually as all bad as I thought. I am looking forward to going to that tower. I'm hoping that happens pretty soon. I'm not going to go straight there. I'm going to keep completing some side quests that I have. I do need to visit the Gravedigger at some point and give him the dog tallow I think that he wanted, because if we go to this one here, I need to collect 6 pots of dog tallow for the Gravedigger, and I think that's something I can easily do really quick. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. I'm certainly excited. I'm definitely experiencing all this stuff for the first time, so it's exciting to see these storylines unfold. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you're enjoying it, because I certainly am. I'll see you all next time.